In this video, I want to show you how to create an event through Google Calendar and how to edit the event details. So when you open Google Calendar, and just a reminder, you can open Google Calendar by choosing the grid and selecting Calendar. And then it will open up your calendar and you can choose whether you want the week view, whether you want the day view, the month, or if you want an agenda view. I like to have the week view so I can see day by day for my upcoming week. So if you want to create an event, you just need to find the day of the event and then find the times. So I'm going to create an event from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Monday, June 5th. And so to create the event, all I do is I click and I drag down from 8 to 11. And so this shows the quick add for the event on the calendar. Now you can also choose the edit event to add more details. So in this, I'll just say meeting. So you can name the event. You can change the time. So if you realize that maybe you want it to be until 11:30, you can also choose if you want it to be all day or if you want it to repeat. So if you choose repeat, you can have it repeat weekly, you can have it repeat monthly, yearly, every day, and then you can choose when you want it to end. If you change your mind, you just unselect the box. And so then you can add a location, you can add a description, and you can also add an attachment. So if I choose to add an attachment, I can add something from my drive, I can add something that was shared with me, or I can upload an image or a file from my computer. That's really useful if you're sharing a calendar with your students. So then within the calendar, you can also add an attachment for each day. So if you would like to use a Google Calendar as your lesson plans, you could actually add any attachments to each day's work. And then you can choose if you want notifications, or you can just close out of them if you don't want any notifications. And then finally, you can just change the color. So if I want to make my meeting a red background on my calendar, you can do that as well. Finally, you can add guests. So if you choose to add guests, what you can do is you can just type in their email, and it will actually invite them to this one event on your calendar, and it will also add just this one event to their calendar as well. And then finally, you can choose save. And so now that I've saved it, my event has popped up on my calendar. And then if I want to look at any of those event details again, I just choose it, it pops up, and then you also have more actions. And so I can choose to copy it to another calendar, I can duplicate the event if I need to, and that's all under this more actions. If you decide that you don't want the event anymore, you can also delete the calendar. Now, if you want to make this calendar visible to parents or students, you want to make sure that you make it a public calendar. And so by making it public, you will let anyone with the link be able to access this calendar. If you make it private, it will hide all of the details from anyone who has access to this calendar. So you want to make sure that it is public. Most of the time, the calendar default is private. And then you choose save, and again, it pops up in your calendar.